Eternal, I'm alive again. We don't know what will happen tomorrow, but I hope a good surprise. I could flip all the time that I borrowed and make another life. You can break my stride. There's a palace in my mind, made of light, and it's your yeah, yeah. The stars are falling, skies are raining gold. Yeah, yeah. Forever I'm free, that's what could be. So I'm waiting. I don't need a rush, I'm patient. However long it takes, I'll be there one day. Hey. Eternal, I'm alive and chasing whatever it is I'm facing. I can't walk away. There's so much left to say. Hey, our story never has to end. Eternal, I'm alive again. Eternal, I'm alive again.
Hello and welcome everyone to the Collegiate Conference Series Season 8. I'm Game Time DJ and I will be your host for tonight, where we are into week 5 of the regular season, which means we have a best of 5 series coming at you tonight. Actually, we have 2 best of 5 series coming at you tonight because we have a double header going on. But before we get into that, the home team for tonight, CU Boulder, 4-1 in the regular season, currently sitting at the 4th seed overall. Players taking the field for them tonight are going to be Thumper, Ice, and Hiding. All players currently registered at SSL level, so definitely a force to be reckoned with there. Going against them in the first match is going to be the TCU Horned Frogs, who are 1-4, meaning they are the 10th seed overall right now. So could just be that they have been going against some of the higher placed teams so far, but that's not changing right now as CU Boulder placed 4th overall. Going to take them on tonight. For TCU, we have a list of 5 people that could be playing, so probably 3 players, 2 subs perhaps, 1 sub or a coach maybe, who knows, but we have Guitar, who RL Tracker says C3, but has been SSL in the past. Perhaps a little bit of a mismatch going on there. Could be low level, could be high level. We'll have to keep an eye out for them. Following them is B Court, who is GC1, Grand Champ 1. Spoofer, who actually, RL Tracker was not working for them, so a little bit of a secret agent there. We'll have to see if they take the field. Maybe it's just the coach, who knows. And then Dasa Big Donut, GC1 as well. And Jean FGA 16, GC1. So pretty decently ranked there all around. Looking here, we have some of the players taking the field already. Looks like we're waiting on TCU as CU Boulder has shown up ready to go. For the second match, a little bit of a teaser, rather the second series, we will see the BYU Cougars going on later, but we'll have to wait for that till later on. So for right now, if I can double check, make sure that all players are going to be ready. Seems like we have a little bit of a delay here. One team member has said that they might be a little bit late by about a minute. My guess is they are currently warming up and possibly playing a ranked match to stay warm, and that match is going just a little bit longer than they anticipated. That is all right with us. Interesting. Anyway, while we wait for that, I guess what I should do is run a poll in chat right now and see who we think is going to be the winner of this match. Let me get that set up right now for people who are over on my personal channel. We'll get that going, give it a, let's call it a 2-minute timer right there, and start the prediction. That has been started, it looks like. Over on the second monitor is why I'm having to look over there instead of right at you guys. But as we wait for TCU to show up, who are probably doing some last-minute preparations, last-minute matches perhaps. CU Boulder, 2 out of the 3 members taking the field. Looks like one of them might be hitting training, staying warm for the match ahead. Again, 2 series in a row. So can CU Boulder maintain the momentum they had last week and continue pushing forward through 2 entire series? Now, this could be simply 6 games if they sweep, or it could get drawn out all the way to 10 games, as these are best of 5 series, both series tonight. Still waiting on TCU here. As we get ready for the match, make sure to predict who you think is going to win, whether it'll be CU Boulder or TCU in this first series here. Again, week 5, so you will see a best of 5 series. And let me know in chat, separate from the poll, do you think CU Boulder, or whoever is going to win, how many games do you think this series is going to go to? Will we see a 3-game sweep, or will this be taken out to game 5? And we'll have to pull out Champions Field. CU Boulder have been doing good so far. Going into week 3, I believe they were 2-0 in week 2, 0-1 it looks like in week 3. Brought it back for 1-1 for week 3, going into week 4 there. And I believe week 4, they won. I don't know if they only had 1 game or 2, but it seems like they had 1 for that one. So maybe there is even a possibility that the tracker is currently outdated and they are actually 5-1. It is definitely a possibility. Unsure of the official stats right now. The official Collegiate Conference Series spreadsheet says that they are 4-1. So perhaps there is 1 game that has yet to been played so far. Seems like 801 waiting on TCU still. All 3 members from CU Boulder are ready to go in the lobby, waiting to get started here. Seems like they are sufficiently warmed up, sufficiently ready to go. Well, TCU just need that little bit of extra practice, perhaps. We'll see if that makes a difference going into this first series here, or at the very least, first series for Colorado. Unsure if it does the same for TCU. Could be ranked matches, could be having a previous series of their own this week, as I believe most teams are going to be playing 2 series per week. Seems like the poll has reached a conclusion there. Seems like CU Boulder is currently favored to be the victors in this series. We'll have to see if that holds true. TCU definitely not the fan favorite. I guess that does come with not having the home field advantage, so to speak. Waiting on them still. There we go. Seems like the players are beginning to get ready and gather on the field. So we'll head on over right now. And if I do this, seems like they are ready to take the field. Give them a quick confirmation, and I see 5 players, 6 players have taken the field, which means as the clock ticks down on the kickoff here, it is game time in game 1. The first game of a possible best of 5 series here. See Boulder starting off strong. Thumper off the ground to himself there. Playing the 50. Look for the off-the-wall touch. Fakes it. Easy for hiding, who fakes 2 of the defenders at the same time. And now Ice can go up the wall uncontested right away. Gets over B-court. Thumper looking for the finish and sneaks it right underneath the crossbar there. Starting off strong. You can see two players from TCU on the backboard. Both jumped. Both did not commit to it because they thought the other had it. Thumper capitalizing on that off of the pass. And CU Boulder is going to be up 1. Not even 20 seconds in to this first game. Hiding looking to replicate it right here. Fakes the flip reset. Doesn't even need the 50. Does get hit away from him though. Now TCU will collect it. Thumper over to Ice on the backboard, and Ice this time sneaking it under the crossbar. Our first goal, you had seen Ice pass to Thumper, and now you see Thumper back to Ice here, returning the favor. CU Boulder an even 2 goals just about 30 seconds into this first game. Maybe they had time to just catch their breath, where TCU was still stuck in a game perhaps. But CU Boulder, cool, calm, and collected, putting goals away already like nobody's business here. TCU needs to recollect, reevaluate here, see if they can't score one for themselves, try to keep it a close game. And the ball going towards that net there. Guitar, not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce that. All the way back to that side. Thumper going to collect it here. Full on boost. Ice takes over in a crazy pinch there. All the way down the field. Chucked that one away. Guitar there looking for a touch. Gets it all the way to the blue corner. Can't hold up just yet. B-Court fakes that one. Thumper and Hiding. Possibly looking for a little team play here. Hiding does get bumped though. And boomed all the way back to the other side. Will find it smart. No, just a bit outside. Thumper throwing it to the corner and staying with it now. Playing the 50. Looking for that touch off of the back wall there. Push in front of net. Hiding jump for it, but it's going to be denied there before it could even get in front of the net. Nice one soft touch to Hiding there. Plays the 50. Seems like he was able to stay with it off of the corner. Push in front of net. Guitar almost own goaling, having used the crossbar to keep that one away. Now Thumper, one last touch. Is going to find his mark. No, softly cleared. And now Hiding with another 50. CU Boulder doing great to keep the pressure on, although possible shot here from TCU. Caught by Thumper. Thumper down to Ice. And try to 50 it low. Leaves it for Hiding. Has to play another 50 there. Try to get it over Ice. Ice not having any of it. And ooh, Demo comes out there. John and Hiding both demoing each other. Temporary 2v2 for 3 seconds there. Ice plays off the back wall to Hiding. Hiding over to Thumper. Thumper looking one more touch back to Ice. Ice touches it crossbar and no crossbar out. Can Hiding get there? Doesn't read the bounce. TCU is safe for another moment. TCU definitely forced more onto their defensive foot for the majority of this game. CU Boulder is keeping the pressure on them, playing heavy offense so far. You see Thumper used a flip reset to make it awkward for TCU. Got a Guitar and I think that was B-Court to bump each other. Sean tries to clear up the corner. Thumper back out. No one on CU Boulder to receive it just yet. Now Ice moving it back towards the net. Thumper looking for one touch, and he's gonna find it there. What a disgusting angle. Big moving pass, gonna hit the crossbar. Thumper says, no way, we're hitting that one down. I'm not even sure that skimmed the crossbar. Nonetheless, went in. And now CU Boulder gonna be up 3-0 here. TCU definitely struggling. Oh, disconnected. I hope that's only on my end. Seems like we are having some technical difficulties. Not sure if that is everyone or just me. Bear with me while we try and fix this. I cannot even pause the game. There we go. I'm not entirely sure what is happening, but it's 3-0 with 1:41 on the clock. We'll have to remember that. Alright. Not entirely sure what just happened. Give me one moment. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Let me try and figure this out. Yep, 1:41 on the clock. Let me get this set up. Colorado was 3-2-0 if I remember correctly. Correct me if I am wrong here. With 1:41 on the clock. That is true. 1:41 there. There we go. Here we go. A little bit of technical difficulties, not entirely sure if that is on my end. Seems like stream's still running, so perhaps it's just the Rocket League server itself. But right back into the action. All players ready to go here. A little bit of a second to breathe, although CU Boulder almost taking the breath away from TCU right there. TCU had a second to think, not entirely sure what they did with that time. Might have turned it around here. B-Core jumping for that. He's going to hit around them, though. Little fake right there. Leaves it over for Jean to clear to the side. Tear there. Big boom. He plays the fake there. Lets it fall to ice. One boost does just have to pop that one up and gets demoed in the process. Proper trying to play the touch right there. And a double commit from TCU. As the ball goes back towards that blue side. It is in front of the net, but not quite in the way that TCU needs. Thumper plays the fake, gets it behind Jean and in the net. Even got demoed for that fake, but he does not care. He is putting it in the net one way or another. You'll see the fake right here. Jean fell for it. Guitar got the demo, but it did not matter. Thumper had gotten the touch off and put that one into the back of the net. CU Boulder leading 4-0 in this first game. TCU trying to put one away. Can't find the net. Jean with a shot and hiding. Throwing that one long and far away from their net. Back, hiding a little bit awkward here. Has to use the half flip. Doesn't get the touch. Ice there, bailing him out. Time for a good 50 this time. Down to hiding. Guitar cuts him off though there. Now ice, one touch to the crossbar. Thumper as well to the backboard there. Cannot put it on net. Big boom from Guitar there. Not going to find its mark. Thumper going to catch that one. Inside the final 10 seconds, looking for one more just to keep that momentum going into this next game. And TCU even find one goal here. They are very awkward. Ball might touch the ground here. And there it is. Colorado are victors in game 1 here, going into game 2. We'll real quickly head on over to Forbidden Temple for game 2 here. Tear there with a Season 3 Supersonic Legend tag. Like I said, currently RL Tracker says they are Champ 3, so maybe that's a little bit of a distraction because they are boasting an SSL title. Going into game 2 here, CU Boulder leading 1-0 in the series overall. They just need 2 more game wins. This might be a quick series. Just a little warm-up perhaps for them going into their second one later on tonight. Hiding them for the shot, finds it, sneaks around all the defenders. And once again, within the first 20 seconds, this time within the first 10, CU Boulder up by 1 here. You see great placement. Might have even been around all 3 defenders there. TCU down once again. Needs to definitely change how they played from last game. Different map might be all they need. Let's see as Jean touches the sky here, trying to follow it. Ice cuts him off, bumps him as well. Hiding to deny that one. Before looking for play here. Looks like it might be an open net. Not going to happen though. Hiding, keeping it away from TCU. Catches as well, stays with it, looking for the flick. Gets it to the top left corner. Just a bit too wide there. Too strong, too powerful. Thumper now following it up and finding that left corner. CU Boulder leading 2-0 once again here. Sneaky tear, jump for it there, could not get up in time, so that one is going to fall. Posting the nightmare goal explosion. Number just might be the nightmare for TCU here. Let's see, Boulder is just putting away goal after goal. Complete shutout in game 1, looking to do the same in game 2 here. And TCU find the mark and just put one away. They're going to be shut out again in game 2. Thumper back to hiding. Hiding touched the ceiling there. Tear reading it. Ice collects it on the goal line. Grabs the boost as well. Fakes that one. Uses TCU to pass it up to Hiding. Hiding back down to Ice. Ice over. Can Thumper get there before Jean? Seems like it's a decent 50 to the orange corner. Nice one touch over. Thumper trying to play off of it. Jean does 50 it though. Off the wall again though. Looking for that double tap right there before it was denied. And big collision. 4 cars at once right there. Playing the 50. The 4 cars go for a commit on the ball. Does that make it a 25? Because each car only has a 25% chance of winning rather than a 50 or 50 shot. See Boulder now. Thumper trying to play off the top corner there, straight down. TCU once again just forced onto defense, having to make saves over and over again. Doing decent so far, although they have let 2 in inside the first half of this game. See Boulder, meanwhile, has put away 6 goals total in this series. 7.5 minutes in. Never mind, raise that up to 3 in this game alone. Again, still within the first half of this game. 7 goals total. TCU Boulder absolutely steamrolling right now. TCU not entirely sure what to do. Have the opportunity, open net, can they find it? Nope, Ice. Cool, calm, and collected on the goal line as always. There's a reason he boasts the cool as Ice player title. Hiding now left alone. Gets a good touch off the back wall, jumps off himself to clear that one to the midfield. Court down to Jean. Jean gonna get beaten by Ice there. Decent 50 there. Going back towards that blue net. TCU gonna find their first goal. No, Thumper's not having it. TCU Boulder wants to see a full series shutout, not just one game. Pinch right there. Get towards that blue net. Now Ice recovering it with the flick off the crossbar. You hear the ding and Hiding, bailing him out there. Good recovery by CU Boulder here. You can see very mechie with it. Got that backflip flick. Unfortunately, it did hit right off the crossbar, but team player as always, Hiding is going to come in and finish that one, putting CU Boulder up 4-0 once again. And this time we still have a minute 57 on the clock. Hopefully as we get past the 141 mark, we will not see the lobby get absolutely tanked again. Instead, the only tanking going on right now is CU Boulder absolutely destroying TCU, although TCU destroying one of the CU Boulder cars there, as I say that. Mildly ironic. Ice off the ceiling to get it down to Hiding quicker. Gonna play off the wall here, looking at the backboard. Great pass over the Thumper. Thumper gonna put that one bottom left, and it's gonna find its mark. Beating their score from last time. CU Boulder now 5-0, up from 4-0 in game 1. Still a shutout, both in the game and in the series so far. CU Boulder absolutely has found their groove, found their momentum. I don't know what it is. Maybe they were promised free titanium white octanes if they win this one, but they have shut out TCU so far. And they do not seem to be willing to give up even a single goal, as Ice does get demoed, but got the pop off. Thumper fakes it, leaves it for Hiding. Hiding trying to get the bump, just to rub salt in the wound. Unfortunately, could not find it. Ice keeping it high and away from TCU. Thumper down over, just a little bit too wide outside there. Taking to the sky again. Thumper and Ice both up, leaving Hiding alone. Has to defend this shot, and great patience to wait for them to shoot it right at him there. Good placement as well. Positioning. Does get demoed though. TCU not happy with me singing Hiding's praise right there. Thumper going for a return demo. A little bit of revenge. Could not find it though. So now TCU, 3 cars bunched up there. Thumper catches off the wall, takes the ceiling, uses the flip, and does not get the touch on the ball. It stayed in the air just a little bit too much. Perhaps he thought it was going to fall. And speaking of not falling, TCU just cannot get a single shot to fall there. As we are inside the last 3 seconds now, looking for one more. Hiding fakes that one. Ball is kept up. Can TCU put one more away? They have it in the air. Will they be able to find one shot? And finally, at 0 seconds plus some, Gitair is going to put away the first goal for TCU in this game and in this series. Seems like we are moving along rather fast as Colorado already taken 2 game wins in this series. Just needs one more as we head on over to Manfield for game 3 here. If CU Boulder keeps moving like they have been, this could be the final game of the series. Could be a 3-0 sweep. You see CU Boulder putting up 8 shots, it looks like, to what I believe was only 5 from TCU. TCU putting up a decent number of shots. CU Boulder just stronger on that defensive line there, stronger in the net. They'll let the shots be on target, but they will not let them find the actual net there. Although possibility here, gonna be caught by Ice instead. Taking it for a little drive there, a little dribble. Pinching into the corner, it's gonna be up and around. If B-Court doesn't get a touch here, still might be in front of the net no matter what. Thumper forced to retreat, taken to the back corner. Boost does not spawn for him. So Ice gonna have to take over. Pops with the crossbar there. Thumper following it up. Fakes both Jean and Gitair there. And shot comes out. Hiding looking for the bump again. Almost found it that time. Would have been devastating for TCU if Hiding had bullied them out of the net there. Ice looking for the redirect. Puts it on target and B-Court gonna deny that one. As cool as it was, B-Court was not having it. Ice, big boom off the back wall, Hiding, finding a crossbar in. I don't even think that one bounced right there, and a little wave dash along the top corner of the map as a celebration. Look at this, crossbar and in, doesn't even hit the ground. What a disgusting angle. Hiding, putting CU Boulder up once again, 1-0 in game 3 here. Looks like it might have been a fake kickoff from TCU. Does not seem necessarily to be going their way though. CU Boulder already putting it back on net. Gitair catching in front of the net. Thumper placed the 50. Up over to Ice. Not only did he get the 50, he read the return off of the wall. Look at this. 50s it was Jean, and just disgusting touch right there to put it into the net around the defenders after already playing a 50 in mid-air. CU Boulder cannot be stopped right now. TCU does not have what it takes to tame them. They are stampeding right now. Number jumping for this one, looking to play the 50. Jean gonna deny that one. TCU still barely able to get the ball over the midfield line here. CU Boulder is just playing an aggressive offense again and again, and Hiding gonna chip that one in. CU Boulder up 3-0. Spirits possibly dwindling for TCU. Meanwhile, CU Boulder definitely feeling good right now, leading by 3 in the game, leading by 2 in the series. Seems like the current game score might be what the series score is going to end up as. Just a little flick before trying to collect it. Does get hit over to Hiding. Hiding gonna sneak that one in. TCU just cannot stop them. Hiding right here, going up, inverted. Gets the touch at the corner of his car, bounces it once straight into the net. I believe that is Hiding his second goal of this game alone. Looking for a little hat trick perhaps. Just needs one more. Ice and Thumper 1 goal apiece each. Nice trying to play for the boost there. It spawns immediately after he leaves. Can open it up for TCU here. Speedcore passes over to Guitar. Guitar has to recollect it now, but not going to happen. As Ice looking for the redirect off the wall, does not find it. Court now, big boom, looking for one more touch, keeps in that corner. Does get behind hiding, but he passes it back to Ice. Good awareness of where his teammates are. Now Ice looking for one more, looking for a pogo perhaps to try and 50 that one. Crosses it over to the other side, changing fields here. Hiding takes the air, looking for the flip reset. Gonna find it, no, but it almost faked. John there, who is going to get the touch to clear it away. Now Ice, one little tire touch, putting it on net, forcing 2 defenders from TCU to jump. Still 2 minutes in this game, plenty of time as it's flicked to the backboard there. That might have been a double tap opportunity, is going to be denied by hiding. Just going to collect that one and take it around. And another touch from him there. Keeps it at the midfield line. Aggressive challenge. Might not have gotten the touch on the ball, but certainly made it so that D-Court could no longer touch the ball and follows it up for a demo off of Spawn. Insanely devastating right there as TCU, already down 4-0, is playing a temporary 2v3 for probably longer than they would have intended. P-Core, it looks like he might have gotten bumped again. Ice now pushing in front of net. Is he going to find his mark? Nope, fake comes out. And B-Core, a return demo on Ice there. Letting their emotions get the better of them. For last man there. It's a good touch to keep it above the net so they cannot to the goal yet. We're playing the slow going for another demo. Seems like CU Boulder has decided what they want to do with these last few minutes of the game, and it's not going to work out for them as Jean is going to put one away right there. The second goal for TCU. First goal in this game, second in the series, that is. We see B-Core saying it became Bump Olympics out of nowhere. Perhaps a little bit upset, although everyone knows as soon as you call it out or react to it, especially even just with that wow at the beginning, then obviously your opponents are going to try to bump you more. They see that they've gotten into your mind. You are aware enough that you are reacting to it, so what better way to tilt you than to get you to act to it more? Hiding over the redirect there, Blaze the 50. Touchdown over to Ice. Ice to the right wall here. Tries to bogo off of it. Does get it. Doesn't get the touch on the ball though. I said does it just to look cool there. Cool as Ice that is. As he passes over to Hiding. Hiding over to Thumper. A little bit too far behind him though. Now B-Core over to Guitar. Ice and Jean are going to try and play the 50 there, but Ice gets a touch. Thumper going to redirect with his wheels over to Ice. Ice over to Hiding. Hiding can't get there before Guitar. Looking for one more for the road right there. Hiding, denying it. Not letting Thumper have that one. Ice off the crossbar. Thumper takes a touch. Hiding gonna find their 4th goal right there. It looks like GG's from pretty much everyone there. So wholesome at the end. Hiding with a bump is life right there as well. And everyone has already left the lobby. No celebration there. It seems like CU Boulder are already ready to go run some ranked to try to get warm before their second series of the night, which will be taking place at the top of the hour. That will be 11 p.m. if my math is correct, Eastern Time. So we'll have to stay tuned for that. Don't know why the scoreboard's not showing right now, but I think it's safe to say that CU Boulder secured this series with a 3-0 sweep, 5-1 in this game. Shutout in the first game and only 1 goal in 0 seconds in the second game of this series. So CU Boulder taking this series by storm. We'll see if they can keep that going. Hold up. Why can't I type? It's not letting me type. Hold up. Well, anyway, we'll see you guys at the top of the hour. I'm going to put us on a hype chamber. It'll be a little bit longer than usual. You'll have about a half hour. You'll get some snacks, get some food, get some water, use the bathroom if you need to, and we'll see you back here at the top of the hour as CU Boulder goes against BYU.
I don't give a damn about it. Say what I do. I don't wanna hear about it unless it's from you. Don't tell me that love is a game, baby. I don't wanna play the same old fucking games. Don't tell me that you're gonna change, 'cause I know that's what they always say. Maybe it's dangerous for you to one look and my jaw just dropped. Can't catch my breath. The sand in the hourglass has stopped. You light up my world in ways I can't explain. Your electricity's running through my veins. Oh, baby, I can't help it. I've never felt like this. Only you can do what you do. Only you give me that deja vu. Only you. Before you found me, I was floating among the stars. No direction till I landed in your arms. Destiny makes sense when I look in your eyes. A new force of nature that brings me to life. Oh, baby, I can't help it. I've never felt like this. Only you can do what you do. Only you give me that deja vu. Only you.
I lift my feet off the ground, let gravity take me up. As beautiful as it's been, it's time for me to go. I wanna sail away, I wanna feel the weightlessness of my soul. I've gotta go all the way to eternity. I will run all the way to see you. I've gotta go all the way through time and space to find my voice, to see you. And I'll go I've gotta go all the way to eternity. I will run all the way to see you. I've gotta go all the way through time and space to find my voice, to see you, and I'll go. And I'll go. And I'll go. Lift my feet off the ground, let gravity take me up. As beautiful as it's been, it's time for me to go. I wanna sail away, I wanna feel the weightlessness of my soul.
shadows, they follow you. My shadows, they follow you in the darkness.
Won't you come over? Dying to know where you came from. We're breaking open. Feel like our future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world. Waiting for no one. We're headed straight up for the sun. They'll never notice. We'll take these cities on our own. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world.
Hello and welcome everyone back to the Collegiate Conference Series Season 8. We just came from CU Boulder playing their first series of Week 5, where in a best-of-5 series they had a 3-0 sweep. So, now as we line up for the second game, we will see CU Boulder take on the BYU Cougars, who I believe are currently 0-5. So they'll be looking for their first win here. CU Boulder has to stop that from happening. Taking the field for a BYU is going to be possibly Pyro, who's Pyro, Ricky D, Droofguy, Kaiser, and Wes 4RS all of the players on that roster are sitting at GC2, so very balanced roster for certain. Going against CU Boulder, again, same roster as we just saw. Give me 1 second, I'm seeing some stuff in the chat, so let me make sure I respond to them. Do not want to leave them hanging. There we go. And we'll head on over to the field. Right now, just that we are not waiting too long. But as I was saying, all players on BYU are sitting at GC2. CU Boulder still Thumper, Ice, and Hiding, all 3 SSLs. Seems like we have a little bit of a bathroom break needed by one of the CU members, so we'll hold off on the game for just a moment here. Right before this, we were talking about how it was okay for them to sit in. Seems like CU Boulder might be ready per chance. We have all 3 players there, and it looks like we have Pyro and Droof Guy taking the field, looking for one more. It seems like they joined right there. Ricky D is going to be the 3rd member of the team taking the field tonight for BYU. So CU Boulder, again, coming off of a shutout in the series. Shutout first game, only 1 goal. Second game, 1 goal, third game. Meanwhile, CU Boulder putting away the numbers. Seems like BYU does not want to let it happen. Looking for an immediate shot here, but going to be immediately returned to sender there as Thumper. Off the crossbar here, recognize that. 1 touch, got it around Droof and Pyro there, straight down the middle. And going to find its mark. Very similar to the games we saw in Series 1. CU Boulder now leading. Not even 20 seconds in. Pyro and Droof Guy, good play there. They get down the field. Droof Guy as well, getting the patience with Pyro. Bumps hiding out of the way. Ice now forced to make that save there. Big moving touch from CU there. Gets it all the way down the field. Droof Guy. They try and catch that one on the goal line. Gets bumped off, but gets back to it. And Pyro, a little touch, a little bit awkward. Down to Ricky there. Hiding intercepting it down to Ice. Ice takes the shot. Crossbar. Hiding going to follow it here. First miss to pops it down and bounce shot. And I never expect it. You see, Ricky was up, missed it there. Pyro looking for the squishy. So Hiding just bounced it right over the last defender into the top right corner there, middle of the right of the net. Now CU Boulder leading 2-0. Demo comes out off of the first play here after kickoff. BYU trying to reclaim it right here, looking for the shot, puts it on net, is going to fall crossbar, no, Ice denying that one. Clearing that one away from the back wall. Pyro puts it on target, can Thumper get up to it? Yes, he can, he's going to keep that out of the net and play the next 50. Staying underneath it, still 40 boost, gets it over to Hiding. Hiding 1 touch high here, looking to play the 50. And Drew is going to throw that one away, although immediately thrown right back. CU Boulder not as heavy on offense as they were in this first series, but still taking command of the field. And Pyro bumps Thumper there, leaving Hiding with 0 boost, having to throw that one away to the other side. Get it out of their area before BYU can take a shot. Drew following it up, the bounce shot of his own, and Hiding gets bumped, but not until after he makes a save, although he cannot follow it up because of the bump, and so that's going to open it up for Ricky to throw one away for himself there. You see Hiding got dumped by Drew. Almost like he grappled him and took him with him, and Ricky's going to come in, put that shot away, and BYU now 1 goal of their own. It's once again a 1-goal game, although Thumper had the opportunity there to try and take one away. Ice now soft touch. Pyro's awkward. That one's going to find its mark. And with a 24-mile-per-hour goal, you can see Ricky just awkward. Ice just 1 little touch there. Pyro falls off of the back wall there. And that one's just going to slowly bounce in. CU Boulder definitely feeling good after that first series. 3-game win. Going to do the same here as they're now up 3-1 in this first game 1 here. Nice, good touch. I'm going to get back to it off of the ceiling. Hiding also commits to it there. Able to win that 50 and get it towards the corner. Thumper fakes that, giving Ricky awkward. Ice with a touch with his wheels, so it just goes flying. A little bit of a physics thing there. Now Ricky with the opportunity gets the flip reset, looking for the bump. Ice coming for Thumper. Thumper now making the second save there. So Hiding can take. He gets a good flick over one, looking for the bump as well. Spearheading for Thumper here. Thumper, good flick. Ricky able to avoid the bump and get up to it though. And now Ice with a follow-up. Top left corner. That one's going to ding off of the crossbar and go right back into the net. And CU Boulder with a commanding lead 4-1 here. Just about 2 minutes left in regulation. What a bounce there. BYU needs to lock in here. Down by 3 with only 2 minutes left. Possibly 4 as Ice looking for the flick, looking for the bump to follow it. Gets the bump, forces him too high. And that one can roll in once again for Ice. See, he got the flick there. Knew what he had to do as he was in front of the ball. Went for the bump on Pyro. Made Pyro awkward. Could not get back to it. And so that one's going to fall. CU Boulder up 5-1 here. Very similar to how some of the earlier games went in that first series. CU Boulder absolutely steamrolling right now. Thumper with almost a crazy flip reset there, if not for it being denied by Pyro. Forces them to go early so Ice can get that clear to the corner. Ricky trying to follow it up off the back wall. Thumper playing the touch off of Pyro. They're Hiding now, throws it back to Thumper. Thumper up. Hiding, looking for one more touch or the fake possibly, but BYU not going to fall for it. And oh, Demo comes out. Hiding taking away one of the players on BYU. Pyro looking for the Demo back on Hiding. This car is just indestructible there. If he does pinch in front of that, it could be dangerous. Luckily, Ice can clear that one away. 50's in the midair there. He get pinched back to Thumper. Pitches back wall. Hiding follows it up to the crossbar. A little bit too high. Gonna find back in the net that time around. Ricky seems to be lost on that blue side in between all the CU Boulder players. Not sure if he should go back for defense or trying to wait for a pass. And CU Boulder going to capitalize on that. Get the ball over to that orange side. Keep the pressure on the net here. So we are now inside the last minute of regulation. Hiding, big boom, Pyro off the backboard to collect it here. Tries for the bump. Thumper already way too high up. Truth Guy gets a touch. It's going to be still back towards their net. Now Hiding can follow this one up, and Truth Guy, good positioning to make the clear at the top right corner there. Shot on that, will find its mark. No, Hiding going to stay and get that one, even after Thumper covered the left side, and then Hiding was already on the right there. Hit that one away. Even though they have the buffer to spare, CU Boulder does not want to give up another goal just yet. They are satisfied with that 4-goal lead, sticking at 5-1 here. As the clock goes down to 0 seconds, one last time, just going to put it to the ground, and CU Boulder takes game 1 here. We get a little bit crazy here. Head on over to Neo Tokyo. Or we'll go with one of yeah, we'll go with the pitched one. Why not? Neo Tokyo for game 2 here. You see BYU has their sub ready. Not sure if they're going to pull him in or not. Meanwhile, Ice, top of the leaderboard for CU right now. 5 shots, 3 goals, an even 800 score. Total of 15 shots for CU Boulder. Only a third of them fell, and still 5-1 in this first game. Head on over to Neo Tokyo for game 2 here, as all players seem to be ready. All 6 on the field. CU Boulder leading 1-0 in this series going into game 2 here. We'll see if they can perform another 3-game series. As Ice trying to score one right off the bat again. Inside the first 10 seconds, inside this first 20 seconds, can CU Boulder keep up their record of putting one away? 5 seconds, will they be able to do it? Look over that shot, can they find it? And for the first time tonight, seems like CU Boulder will not have a goal with inside the first 20 seconds. They're going to have to work a little bit harder for it now. Pops that one around and gets demoed for it by Ricky. A little bit of a fake there, because both Hiding and Thumper were up. Pyro 50s it over Ice and gets the bump on Hiding there. Droof misses that one, a little bit awkward. This ball's in front of net. Can BYU get it away? Thumper takes the air. Touch for control, getting it over to Ice. Ice off the back wall, looking for that double. Can he find it? No, fakes it for Hiding. Hiding puts that one to this left side. And it's going to go just a little bit outside and then all the way to the corner. This one might be on net. Ice cannot get there, but he can. Hiding can follow it over to Thumper. These are the team plays we have come to expect from CU. The three-man passing plays. Now Ice on his own. Trying to play this one. Plays the 50. Does get behind him. Thumper taken out by Pyro, who comes blazing in from off camera. Walk in front of net. Ricky had to get the touch there to keep that one from being scored. Now BYU has a possible counterattack here. Decent 50s. Hiding's taking behind it though, and already onto the dribble. Pops it once, catches again, flicks it around, and around the last defender. Hiding is just going to walk that one into the net here. Just like every other game so far, we're going to see CU Boulder leading to start. Pyro just could not read Hiding there. Hiding just kept it a little bit to the left until the last moment where he cut it right. And going to sink that one in. So just about 2 minutes in here, CU Boulder now leads 1-0. Takes off from his back wall. Tried to play the 50, but Ricky did not have the touch. Upper now popping it to that orange side. And collects it, looking for the cut once again. Not going to have it that time. Thumper throws it to their own back corner and able to get the boost. Hiding this time gets a good cut right there and a good flick to get it over one of the defenders. Pyro challenges it though. Now Ricky can try to boom it back, but Ice ready on that midline, not going to let it by him. Droof over to midfield, back to Pyro. Pyro trying to play off of that for the pinch. Did not get the touch that they needed though. Ricky off the ceiling, putting it on net, technically Hiding from the back wall. Thumper trying to catch up to this one, but Drew plenty of boost to make it over off the wall, back to Ricky, playing for the pinch. Probably doesn't go exactly how they intended. Now Ice does get over one, and underneath another. Pyro, last man, gets the touch. Thumper, big throw back towards the net, technically a shot even. Precision on that one, and now good control there. Only one goal in this game so far, a lot less than we saw in game one. BYU has shown up once again here. They did let one goal in though, and that might be the end. There's Ice chain dashing on the wall to get back there. BYU just needs one to bring it into overtime here. They're doing a lot better on defense than we saw in that first game, and Ice good on defense himself right there. As last man, cannot commit to that just yet, has to wait for them to get the touch. He can try and play it as he's bought sufficient time for his teammates to get back. With a fake right there, Ice and Hiding both going for that one. Might even find its way towards net, not just yet though. Now BYU with an opportunity. Pyro looking for the air dribble, trying to play the 50. Ice staying rock steady right there. Hiding placed a little bit too high as it rolls down off the corner there. And now wide open net. Can Ice get there in time? Yes, he can, and it's still on net. Can they clear it? Truth and Ricky both had to put all they had into that one to keep that from going in. Even after playing the first 50, Ice still had that ball on net and rolling towards it. 20 seconds left here. Hiding from the air to the ground. Ice jumps for that one. And jumps again. Good touch of the back wall there. And pinch back towards net. Hiding last man. Has to use all he has to get to that one. They take a shot. And he doesn't read it. And that's going to open it up for Pyro here, who with 5 seconds left has tied it up. Very different game from the first one. You can see Ricky took the shot backboard right there. Around Hiding. And Thumper tried to play it. Pyro got to it first. And that one's going to find the back of the net there. Seems like we might have ourselves an overtime unless one of these teams here can perform some sort of kickoff goal. Thumper denying it right there. Hiding fakes it. 1 second. Official 0 seconds here. It seems like it might touch the ground, although Ricky trying to keep it up. Just a little bit too hard of a touch to do so. And so for the first time tonight, we are going to see an overtime. We'll have a repeat of the kickoff that we just saw. This time Ricky taking to the air. Ice gets it around him so he does not get dunked. Plays the 50 with Drew wave dash back onto the wall. Hiding good pop towards net. Ricky immediately returning it. A little bit wide though. Has to play it off the corner to his teammates. Going to roll straight down though. Is in front of net. Could be dangerous. Shot opportunity. Hit away by Thumper. And now Hiding. Clearing it to the other side of the field. Ice gets in front of net. Pyro. Back out away from net though. Looks looking for the dunk there. Pyro on top of Ice. Still could not find it though. For the flip reset. Thumper cutting it off. Try for the big boom. It does get immediately blocked though. Could be awkward here as Pyro puts that on net. Is it going to find its mark? It is! And for the first time tonight, we're going to see a team other than CU take a game win here. As Pyro just able to get that angle, bottom right of the net. Going to find its mark. And BYU is going to take game 2 here, tying us up 1-1 in the series overall. Head on over to Sovereign Heights for this next game here. I was really hoping there was a daytime map for it. Does not seem to be the case. So we'll have a nice little evening view here, although plenty bright on the field. I know the darker maps can mess with players' depth perception, so I try to go with pretty much standard fields for the most part. Well, standard fields for certain, but more close to the default pitch. That being stadiums like DFH or Manfield. And looking for an opportunity here off the crossbar, and double demo there. Thumper and Ice well taken out. Net is wide open. And Ricky can just put that one away. See Hiding committed there. And although he was able to play the touch, Thumper and Ice, his 2 defenders, taken out right there. BYU had a wide open net, and so they are going to be the ones to take the first goal in the first 10 seconds there, something we have not seen yet tonight. They gave up one game 5-1 that first time around, and now CU Boulder perhaps a little bit too overconfident. Other option is that BYU has just come to play now. They let CU Boulder have that first game, and then they decided to lock in. They took game 2 in an overtime, and are now leading in game 3 here. Puts down to Ice. Ice puts it on target and off of the defender. Ice is going to score that one. 98 miles per hour. Look how much power he gets here, and then just reflected into the net. 1-1, both in series score and in the game score right now. All tied up, all things considered. Thumper and Drew having a little hug session right there on the backboard, and so Ice can capitalize on it. Play it off the other 2 defenders here. You see one pop there. Ricky went for boost, had to turn back. And Pyro is still awkward. Drew stuck in the net. And so Ice is going to find that mark and put CU Boulder up once again. Good flick from Thumper right there off a kickoff. Able to get that towards that orange net right now. But BYU going to throw that one down the field. Good view of Ice getting accidentally stuck on the goalpost. Lisa Hiding is going to go first here. Gets the touch, and Ice already recovering off of that weird touch. Looking for a little bit of an awkwardness off of the BYU net there as he tried to play the double tap, but it did get saved. Follows it up with a demo to make it a temporary 2v2 for his teammates. Ice chasing this one, Hiding one touchdown. It's going to hit the corner awkwardly and right back towards their net. Ricky looking to play this one off the wall. Doesn't read the bounce off of it. Instead, Pyro's just going to roll that over to Ice. Ice plays the 50 midair. Hiding low on boost. Gets steals it right there from Ice. Just trying to rotate out. Puts to good use though. Playing off the corner there. Now over to Ice. Seems to have collected a full boost of his own. Ricky takes the air. Hiding already jumped. Not sure whether to play the high or the low. Doesn't matter as they're going to throw it too far to the left to even score. Ricky touchdown over Thumper here. Thumper fakes it. Lets Ice go for it instead. Ice with a big boom and one more touch. Gets it over Pyro. A little bit awkward. Might even be on net here. As Droop is going to have to clear that one away for the save points. Pyro gets a touch. Hiding already waiting for it. Pops it back towards net and denied again. Halfway through the regulated time. CU Boulder leading by 1. So BYU, possible opportunity right here. No in front of net. Cleared away by Ice. He gets another touch now. Technically on net. He gets the shot points for it, but Pyro can catch up to it and push it away. Big shot opportunity here. Not sure if Thunder coming back to it. Doesn't seem like it. And Pyro is going to sink that one. You can see playing defensive right here in front of net. Getting chased by Ice and just takes the shot opportunity, seeing if it will fall. And it absolutely will. It's now just about 2 minutes left in regulation. We'll see the score is 2-2 here. Doubling what the series score is right now. Both teams hoping to have 2-game wins themselves. A little bit awkward, but still manages to get the 50 coming off of the backboard there. Ice pops it to that right wall here. Drew trying to play off of Hiding off of the teammate. No one going to get the touch originally. And Drew getting bumped by Hiding. So the Thumper can clear that one to the other side. Ice taking the shot. Will it find Smart? Drew almost going to find his mark, but Drew going to clear that one away. Thumper, big pinch right there. Ice keeping it against the wall. Trying to play it over everyone. Hiding just a little bit too close to make that play. Now Thumper off the sidewall, looking for that redirect. Fakes it, leaves it for Hiding. Puts the shot on target, and Pyro already reading it though. We'll see Ricky with a big boom all the way down the field here. Now Hiding, turning it to the other side of the pitch. Got the bump on Pyro. Pyro still staying with it, keeps it low enough to get it underneath Ice. Thumper there, cutting it off immediately. So fast the camera had to change its momentum. Shot technically on net. 2-2 here. CU Boulder needs to try and prevent another overtime as the first one did not go too well for them. Look for one more goal here. Ricky, the last one on defense. And he steals the boost from him as well, and Thumper gets demoed by Pyro. Although Ice blazed off of Drew to put that one on target, and Pyro, big throw to the other side of the field. Now up off of that corner, Drew gets enough to keep it away from Hiding, and 50s it around Ice, around Thumper. Could be awkward. Ice and Hiding both jump for that one. 1 second left. Opportunity here for BYU. CU Boulder making it their own opportunities. The ball is capped in the air here. Thumper takes the shot, but because of a pinch right there, it's going to touch the ground, and we are into our second overtime in this series. See if CU Boulder can keep that momentum, or refine that momentum from the first game. Thumper takes the shot, a little bit too wide. Ice following it up, off of the inside post. Boulder absolutely crushing in game 1, and then BYU returned with an overtime win in game 2. I see CU Boulder trying to find an overtime win of their own, not able to get it just yet. Ice does pinch off the wall on target here. Hiding down to Ice and Thumper, both of them on the ball here, a little bit awkward. Hiding though, good positioning to recollect this one. Staying calm under pressure. All just floating there for a second, no one able to get it to it right away. Now CU Boulder seems to have been the ones to recollect it. Although BYU trying to steal it back from them. That's Hiding looking for the redirect off the wall. Going to be intercepted by Ricky. And a demo comes out. Pyro getting rid of Ice. Seems like Fire beats Ice there. Now Thumper one pop. Trying to stay with it, play the 50, does get back to Ice, who takes it high. Looking to go over Ricky, over Pyro. Now hiding soft touch, recognizing the opportunity. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy mech-wise, but just great positioning, great game sense. You see everyone on BYU unable to get to it if he puts it bottom right corner. So what does he do? Bottom right corner, it will sink. And so CU Boulder will take game 2 here, putting them up 2-1 in the series, where we will head on over to... Oh, where is it? Utopia for this next game. Seems like BYU is taking a second to recollect themselves. They were confident in that first overtime, not so confident in this second one, or rather they were confident until CU Boulder put one away on them right there. They're all readied up and good to go, however. As we head on over to Utopia, CU Boulder could make this the last game of the series. Meanwhile, BYU, if they can put one more win in the bucket here, we'll be able to see Champions Field. As the clock ticks down, fake kickoff from hiding to start game 4 here. Threw me off my mark so much, I didn't even get to say that it was game time. Now hiding, look at the opportunity here, looking for the 50. Playing a little bit cautious, a little bit bold there. And now opportunity comes to knock for BYU. Can Thumper keep it out of the net? He can temporarily, and hiding as well, able to keep that one away. Not necessarily panicked, but certainly chaotic in front of that CU Boulder net. Still able to keep it down and out. Thumper with a backflip, with a bit of style points there. Drew to the corner, looking for another touch, doesn't get it. Instead, sticking to that back wall, that corner there. Now Ice, no more boost, has to try and play the pogo, trying to play a little redirect there. Unfortunately, his card just did not bounce in the way that he needed. And a redirect from Droop Guy there, making it very awkward. Ice wave dashing back into the wall, stay with this one here. Almost got that bump on Drew, just pixels away from a demo. Thumper over to hiding. Hiding puts it on net. Is he going to find his mark? Crossbar in. Yes, there we go. Just slowly sneaking its way in. You see Thumper off the corner there. Pyro stuck on that back wall. And hiding crossbar in around to all of the defenders. He's going to put one away. And CU Boulder going to be the first to put a goal away here in game 4. That's right here. Pyro sticking with it here. Nice up into the air here, looking for the bump after he goes in front of the ball. This will be rolling back towards the corner where Thumper is already ready to receive it there. Locked with Pyro though. Now they're willing to break it right away. I can play this one here. Around one, looking for the flick around another. It does get saved, but not for long, as Ice is going to come in with the shot and the goal here. You can see Hiding just dribbles right around Drew, flicks it to the right. Pyro, quick challenge, but his momentum carries him so far that Ice can just throw that one straight into the net, and CU Boulder now leads by 2 here in game 4. Looking similar to game 1 right now. CU Boulder with a strong lead, and Pyro going into the backfield to demo Thumper there, taking him out of the equation. Ice returns the favor by demoing Pyro. Absolute demo derby right now. All of them involving Pyro so far, in one form or another. And a great flip reset by Ice to get that scoop up and over. Thumper fakes that one. Ice is a little bit out of position, probably expecting Thumper to have that touch. Although recollected now, CU Boulder's back in action. Hiding over to Thumper, and Ice trailing behind, ready to go. Hiding gets the demo, leaving it wide open for Ice, although Ricky quickly gets back up there, covering for his teammate. Thumper with a good touch over to Hiding. Hiding trying to play the 50, got the 50, did not go the way they needed. Now into the orange corner where Droop can collect it, and Gets the throw, but Thumper already ready to collect ice off the back wall, looking for a crazy redirect. Would have been insane if he had gotten it there. Off of the opponent's back wall, and Pyro pinching it against the side post to keep that one out. BYU having to pull out all the stops right now as CU Boulder is not letting up. They have kept this ball on the orange half for the greater part of a minute right now. Finally looks like an opportunity from BYU for a counterattack here. As Ricky's can throw that one to the corner and off of the corner in front of the net here. Finally gets a little bit of an awkward touch. Ice just enough of a flip to get it around the defenders. Thumper placed the 50 where it's just a little of a ping pong maneuver off of two defenders, and so it's going to go back towards that orange side. Although crazy wall redirect there from Ricky. If only it had found its mark. Hiding with a great pass. Pyro, though, going to intercept it there. And bump Thumper as well. Big pinch over that corner here. Thumper's going to get one touch to keep it high in the sky. 95 boost off the ceiling. Was hoping to try and make some sort of airplay there. But BYU didn't even have the touch for the airplay. Great collection right there. Somewhat of a zen touch by Ice. Even got the flip reset from it, I believe. Unfortunately, the way that he flipped was just a little bit in the wrong direction due to the rotation of his car. Now hiding left alone. Plays that one, and Thumper able to get back and save the shot. Ice to clear it out away from the net as well. Inside the last minute here, BYU needs to put one away right now. Can they do it? No, Thumper's going to clear that one outside of the net. Nice big pop to keep it high and away from Pyro. Connie gets the flip reset, uses it to wave dash back to the ground there. Nice big touch off of the ceiling. A little bit awkward there for both teams, actually. BYU needs to make something happen right here and then hope for a 0-second goal. Can they pull it off, or is CU going to put another one away? Looks like they're trying to here. At 0 seconds, CU Boulder leads by 2. Keeping it up is just a formality now. Although a demo from Thumper on Drukai. Pyro looking for one more, and it's going to hit the ground right here. No need for Champions Field as CU Boulder is going to take a 3-1 series win right now. 3 games under their belt. They gave a little bit of leeway in Game 2, perhaps just to keep the series interesting after a full 3-game sweep in that first series. But Series 2 is also going to go to them, which I believe puts CU Boulder to possibly a 6-1 season score right now in this regular season. Maybe even higher, depending on how the previous week went. So BYU does not come away with a win from this series, unfortunately. 1-game win was not enough to conquer it. That being said, great plays all around. BYU had a tough start, brought it back in Game 2, and almost again in Game 3 there. So, GG's all around for everyone on all teams. But for right now, we're going to end things here. So thank you for everyone that stopped by. We hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. And we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.